How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I've recently been sent this through the post. It's a dash cam. It's manufactured by a company called Vantrue. Looks like a really good piece of kit. So the deal is that I've agreed to do a little review of this product for Vantrue. So I get to keep it basically. So thanks Vantrue for sending this out to me. So my understanding is this dash cam has got a road facing camera, and it's also got a cab facing camera as well as a rear camera. So I think this is going to be really useful for the YouTube channel. So once I install it, I'm hoping this will be good enough to become a permanent feature of the channel. So I'm going to go and unbox it now, and let's have a play about with it, see what it looks like. Feels like a quality product. Some kind of quick instructions there. So we've got the forward facing cam here, which does your road recording. I think this has got a very wide angle lens. I think this is a panic button based on what I know about dash cams. So what happens is that peels off, it glues onto the dashboard, and the way dash cams work is they constantly re-record the footage over and over again, and they just recycle the footage, so the footage is never saved until you click this panic button. So what happens is, let's say you have a bump, or someone throws themselves in front of your car, whatever, etc., some kind of scam, you click the panic button, and what that will do, that preserves the recording, so you have to manually remove it off the SD card. And the idea of that is, obviously, you don't want the footage overwritten if you're in an accident. Okay, that's a camera mounting. Yeah, I think this is for the rear cam, not 100% sure actually. Oh, actually that's the front cam, there we go. I think this is one of those things for removing the panels on your car for feeding the cables in. So really good that's included. We've got the power cable, I assume, which goes into the cigarette lighter socket. Yeah, so plenty of cable for you there to power the cam. I assume this is just a USB cable. Yeah, box standard USB cable for taking the footage off. A couple of spare sticky pads there, always useful if the other ones fail. I must say, it does feel like a quality product, this. Okay, this is the rear cam by the looks of things. Yeah, that's going to be the rear cam, so presumably that gets mounted on the rear window somewhere. Not exactly sure how that works. Ah, there we go. So I assume that sticks on the rear window, and I assume there's a cable powering that. This is going to be the cable to power the rear cam. I would imagine that's quite long, that, to be honest. I have got a very long car, so hopefully that's enough. I imagine that should do most vehicles without any problems. And we've got the cleaning wipes by the looks of things. We've got a very hefty instruction manual. I hope there's a lot of different languages in there, because that's very, very heavy, that. Yeah, there we go. And we've also got, by the looks of it, a couple of stickers to let people know that they're being recorded. In fact, they've even got them in another language. I'm not sure which language that is. I would assume that is German, and of course English. So I don't know whether they'd use that on the car, to be honest. I mean, no one's really going to look at a sticker and decide not to hit you in an accident, but there you go anyway. So that feels like a really heavy quality piece of kit, that. So what I'll do, guys, I shall go and read the manual. I'll get that set up on the car, and then I'll do a proper review of driving around with it in the day and the night, and we'll see how it goes. Right, so I've installed the camera now. It didn't take very long, probably about 30 minutes. So I've just attached it to the windscreen there. You can see it's working absolutely fine there. I've managed to route the cable around the car's lining there, around the panels, and it just pops out here, and I've got a nice handy 12-volt socket on the top of the car dashboard, which is fantastic. Rear camera, a little bit more tricky. It is working, but I've just kind of run the cable loosely around the top of the car. I'll install it properly at a later date. For now, I just wanted to get everything running. So you can see the cables going back there, and if I just zoom in a little bit there, you can see the rear camera there on the window. It's not properly attached using the bracket. I've just used a GoPro mount just to stick it on the window for the time being, just to give it a test. So yeah, pretty much ready to go. So I'm going to take the car for a drive now and just give it a little test. I just want to see what the video and audio quality is like. So let's go and have a look. I'm just driving around trying this dash cam out now. I've set it up. I'm not going to go through the technical instructions on it because, I mean, most dash cams are pretty much the same, aren't they? They're pretty much self-explanatory. But I just wanted to take it for a short daytime drive just to see what its capabilities were. So it seems to be pretty good. It's got 3 cameras, so it's got the front-facing camera, which is obviously your main camera, which is your widescreen view. It's got the cab camera to record what's going on in the cab, and I can see myself quite clearly there. And it's also got the rear-facing camera as well. I think this car's just under 5 meters long, so it's a hell of a sized car I drive. And there's plenty of cable, absolutely no problem reaching to the back of the car. So I'll just give it a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to shoot back home, and then I'll pop out later on and do another, say, 15-20 minute drive around. It's got a lot of features on this camera. I'll talk through some of them later. It's got GPS in, it's got Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is really good in it because it allows you to connect to your phone and you can control all the features from the phone looking at the manual, so that's a pretty cool feature, that's just having an app. Just testing out the night vision on the camera now. Looks pretty good, to be honest. The cab is filmed in black and white by the looks of things, and the front camera and the rear facing camera seem to be in full colour. Just trying to hook up the Wi-Fi just to quickly show you the app, guys. Just takes a few seconds to detect it. There we go. It's picked it up there, and you can see there that the camera's operating there, so it's pretty cool. You can also change all the settings on here. Not exactly sure how to do that because I haven't really played about with it, but things like stop recording, you can take a photograph, the camera settings are all on here, or the dash cam settings are all on here, so you can play about with it there. Hundreds of options in there. Again, not going to go into that, just wanted to show you that quickly. It's just to say how easy it is to connect that up, and you can see on there it says that the Wi-Fi is connected, if that will focus in. There we go. So just to wrap up the video, just wanted to say how impressed I am with this dash cam. It's a really, really nice piece of kit. And I'm just going to quickly list off the features because there are so many. I've had to write them down on this piece of paper because I can't remember most of them. But yeah, again, it is a really good piece of kit. I'll fit it up probably at the weekend once I get a few spare hours. So it is a 3-channel dash cam, which means it's got the front, the cab and the rear recording. So you've got essentially 360-degree protection in the car. It's a 2.45-inch display, which is good enough to see what's going on without being too intrusive. The camera is 2.7K resolution, according to the instructions. It's got the remote controller with it, which is also acts as the panic button as well. I've not tried that, but again, that seems like a good addition. It uses 5G Wi-Fi, so it connects to your phone, really, really good signal. It's got built-in auto emergency lock, and I think that's adjustable. So what that is, if the car is involved in an accident or there's a sudden bump, what will happen is the camera will automatically preserve the footage for you, and it'll also take a series of time-lapse photos. And the idea of that is, if you're in an accident, you don't need to worry about pressing any buttons or pressing the remote control. It will just automatically do that for you. It is adjustable as well. I found it was a little bit overzealous on things like speed bumps, so if I hit a speed bump too fast, it would automatically start recording as if the car had been in a crash. So it's pretty sensitive, but yeah, again, it can be adjusted. I've already mentioned the app. The app is absolutely fantastic. You can use the app to manage all the settings, so it saves you reaching up and trying to fiddle around with the camera, which can be quite difficult if your eyesight's not too good. You can also plug a laptop into it via a USB cable, so I did that last night just to get the footage off. You can just plug it into the top and it just appears as a drive on the laptop, so nice and easy to get your footage off. So one feature I didn't try was the 24/7 parking mode. So my understanding is it's got something called buffered motion detection, and what will happen if you leave the cam running overnight, what will happen is if the car is hit while it's parked or it's bumped suddenly, or anyone approaches any of the cameras, it will start recording basically. And I think the idea of that is if someone tries to break into your car in the night, you've got the footage. The dash cam has built-in GPS, which is fantastic. And if you look at the videos as well, you'll see that it actually overlays the GPS coordinates of the car on top of the videos on the front, rear, and I think it's also on the cab camera as well. So that's just great for recording, you know, your journey, you know, your exact location if you're involved in an accident and stuff like that. And the very last feature I've got written down here is the voice control. So the entire thing can be voice controlled. I haven't tried that out, to be honest. With me having a Scouse accent, it's probably not going to understand me, to be perfectly honest. So I'll have to speak Queen's English to make it work, but I will try that out later on. So yeah, in summary, really fantastic piece of kit. Thanks again to Vantrue for sending me that for review, and I am going to install it properly in the car. I really think that's going to become a permanent feature of the car, to be honest. I'm very impressed with it. I think it retails for somewhere between £200 and £240 or something like that, but given the amount of features in there, I think you're going to struggle to find a similar camera that's got a similar amount of features. So go and check it out, guys. There's a link in the video description below. If you do use that link, it is an affiliate link, so I do get a small commission on that. There's no extra cost to you. But if you've watched the video, you've enjoyed the content, enjoy the channel, it gives me a few quid towards the channel. It doesn't cost you any extra, and it just helps to pay for petrol money more than anything else, and time, because I don't get paid for doing any of this stuff. So if you could click the link, that'd be really appreciated. So hope you enjoyed that, guys. Thanks very much for watching my review. I will see you on a car cam pretty soon. I've got one planned in the next week or so, now that I'm back on the road. So I'll hopefully have some more content up in the next week or so. So look out for that, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Cheers.